After 76 years, Flax Art and Design has become one of San Francisco's most iconic businesses. You don't need to be an artist to shop at Flax. Besides carrying an infinite variety of supplies, they provide digital printing, exhibit artist work, and conduct hands-on workshops. The only thing they don't sell is inspiration. In May, news broke that Flax is leaving its location at the end of 2015 to make way for a mixed-use residential complex. Howard Flax, the company's CEO, spoke with me about what's in store for this San Francisco institution. So you are?
Okay, hi, I'm Howard Flax, CEO of Flax Art Design. Third generation, leading the company after 76 years. Only 5 years for me leading the company though.
Okay, and how long have you been at this location?
We've been here since 1977. Since 1981, this has been our primary retail location.
Okay.
True, but there's this perception that continues to be spreading around San Francisco that we're closed, and we're answering questions every day at the front counter and via the telephone. So to the extent that your piece here can convey to everyone that we are indeed open and are moving at the end of 2015, that would be great. Well, the transition that we'll be going through at the end of 2015 or early 2016 is we'll be moving from this space into another one in San Francisco that has yet to be defined, but we are in the process of looking. We've had a great run here. It's been over 30 years, and we've always had a really good relationship with our landlord, who told us, they gave us a little over a 2-year notice that this building is going to be torn down, and it'll be an 8 to 9 story condo high-rise with retail on the ground floor once it's completed.
Were you given an option to be here, or would this new space not be right for your needs?
Once the new space is completed, we haven't really talked about that. Certainly the rent in that particular space will be much higher than what we're paying now, and probably much higher than current market rates. I know that the amount of retail, once the new site is complete, will be far less than what we have here. And also, it won't be done until sometime in 2017, but we need a home in between then and the end of 2015.
Right. Landlord gave you the news. What was your emotional reaction?
Matter of fact, it's you can see what's going on in San Francisco. The landlord, they've owned the building for decades. In fact, this was their location for the Herman Safe Company prior to our coming in. And as landlords, they're just trying to maximize the return. And the economy has changed so much in San Francisco, and they can get a much higher, again, return on a monthly basis if they redevelop it into a different use. So my approach upon hearing this news was, times are changing in San Francisco, and we'll just be changing along with it. And certainly we'll have to redefine ourselves in some way when we move, because getting this kind of square footage in San Francisco I don't think is a reality anymore. But I really see the positive in everything, and I'm an eternal optimist. And so we are going to make the most of this opportunity and continue to provide San Francisco with the creative tools and the kind of level of environmental inspiration that we do here for a long time to come. And just the cost of living here continues to increase to a point where the tech workers that you know of so well can afford it, and the artists are having a difficult time doing so. So our rent is going to at least potentially triple. The economics of that will be a challenge, and it's really no different from the economic factors that artists in the community are facing. Yesterday I met with an open studios group that is being displaced right about the same time as us next year, December 1st. Soma Artist Studios has lost their space. They have 16,000 square feet and 44 artists. So we're trying to work collaboratively, honestly, to try to find a space. Ideally, they'll be close to where they're currently located, which is in the Mission. Ideally, we'd like to stay in this area too. There are some properties that we're considering. We'll see what the future holds, but it's really too soon to tell where we're going to be and what we're going to do. But I think there's always power in numbers. I really believe in collaboration. So to the extent that the artist community can work together to secure a continued home in San Francisco, I think that'll have a higher degree of success.
Do you believe you'll be able to keep the employees you have, or will the business shrink in some sense if you have to shrink the space as well?
Too soon to tell. Certainly our objective is to maintain as much of this space as possible and to continue to provide employment for all of our people. We have a tremendous staff. We're well known for our service, and that's because of the people that we have here, many of whom have been here for 10, 20, 30, even 40 years. I think call it a bubble, call it a renaissance. I've heard lots of different terms for what San Francisco is going through right now. I think it's very real. I don't necessarily think it's a bubble. It seems like it's here to stay. The internet's not going away. Technology continues to be such a fundamental part of our lives. So we just need to adapt to it. And if it means that there are aspects of the art and culture that have become so inherently part of San Francisco on an international level, if aspects of that have to leave San Francisco because it's just too prohibitively expensive, that will be a great loss for the city, and everyone here will feel it. So again, it's in the power of numbers and working collaboratively, so that if we all have this collective wisdom of what's happening with the city and where we're going, hopefully we can take corrective action and save the family restaurants and the taquerias and the other businesses that add so much wonderful character to our town. The way we're going is not sustainable in terms of allowing San Francisco to maintain its current character. It's going to change. It seems to be becoming more affluent. Whether that's going to translate into less individualism, more of a homogeneous, less interesting place to live, we'll know fairly soon.